what's up, everybody? This is Ming, Chen. The revolution is back, everybody. Comic-Con Revolution, Ontario, California, at the Ontario Convention Center, May 17th and 18th. And I'm here with one of the co-founders from Atomic Crush Events, Drew Seldin, everybody.
Hello, everybody out there in internet land. Ming, as always, thank you, good sir. It is a pleasure to be here.
Of course, we made it to 2025, man.
Did we, though?
We did.
All right, cool. Because I read a theory on the internet recently that the world ended in, the 80s, and that's why all the 80s nostalgia is coming back. We keep living in some kind of time loop. It was on the internet, so it has to be true.
If that's true, they did it right then. The Matrix, or whatever, Zion, or whatever we're talking about.
Whatever it may be.
Yeah, they did it right. They did it right. They're keeping our brains at peace so we can all be batteries, my friends.
Who does not want to dance to 80s tunes?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And with that Comic-Con Revolution, I've lost count. How many years is this now? You started in
17. So May of 17 was year one.
Okay.
Right, which is crazy. The fact that this is going to be year 8, and we had the weird break in between, but we did get a show in there.
Yeah.
We're starting to talk about our 10th anniversary show. I'm just like, wait, what? This is year 2. No, it's not. So we're really pumped. Year 8's, listen, every year, obviously, you want Comic-Con Revolution to be bigger and better, but year 8 is going to be crazy.
You guys are constantly announcing guests.
Yeah.
We're over 3 months away, and I'm sure there are more surprises up your sleeve. I have no doubt. But what you have now, if the con started tomorrow, it would be pretty amazing. And listen, maybe I'm a little biased, but best show in the Inland Empire by far.
Thank you, good sir. I appreciate that.
Best show in Southern
I'm a little biased too, so I'm gonna say yes.
Best show in Southern California. Best show in California. Listen, that's up for you to judge. In my opinion,
please come and judge us. We are here to be judged. Absolutely, come join us and judge us.
Yeah, and I just love that you guys are doing something in Ontario, California.
Yeah.
The Inland Empire is a great market for fandom, for geekdom, for pop culture.
Oh yeah, huge.
And I'm always very, very honored to be welcome back. So.
And we couldn't do the show without you. And I truly mean that. This man is an integral part of our show and has been since year 1. His support has been unwavering, and you can't not love somebody for just being there for you from jump.
Oh.
And like I said, this man hosts our cosplay contest year in and year out.
Which I love doing.
And it truly... It wouldn't be the same without you, so we do love you for it.
I appreciate that, and I kind of have some weird roots in the area. My grandmother lived in a town called Rolling Heights, which is not far
right, not that far. Yeah,
Inland
sure.
Empire for many years. Never did I think I'd be doing a Comic-Con, 10 miles away. And I've been coming since I think 18 or 19, so I've been to almost all of them.
Oh yeah.
And then a couple years ago, for reasons that I probably didn't earn, there's a dive bar in the area called the Firewater Bar.
Yes, they love you.
My name is on the side of the building. They painted my name on the side of the building, and they've kind of become the unofficial after party spot now.
Oh yeah,
yeah, which is pretty great. So we try to get everyone to get over there. But
the tragedy is that as the show organizers, we don't get to go do that.
No, you guys are too busy.
Right, which sucks because everyone's having a ball there, and I hear about it the next day, and they might come in a little bit off. I don't know what they did there. Whatever they did is fine. What happens at Firewater stays at Firewater.
It stays there. Yeah,
so
sure.
That's a cool thing.
Definitely stays there. But the show's definitely grown.
Yes.
The guest list is insane. What I love about it, you've covered pretty much every fandom: voice acting, TV, movie, creators, artists, writers. It's I love that you have the word Comic-Con in your title. And you actually honor that. If you go there, you can buy comics. If you go there, you're going to meet the creators of these comics, the people who drew these comics, the people behind these comics. That's been very lost now in many of these conventions where kind of legally they have to change to pop culture conventions because they don't have anything to do with comics anymore. But the root of all these events is comics.
Absolutely.
All these movies, all these TV shows are all, if not all of them, are based in comic books. And I personally thought some were getting away from that. You guys have brought it back.
No, I appreciate that. We have, and it's such an important part of it. You think about all these great characters and stories. Yeah, people have come up with originals. Sure. You've got your Indiana Joneses, you've got your Luke Skywalkers. Yeah, that's a whole But you look at the popular films now, I mean, look what Marvel did. The incredible universe they built. It's all based on characters that were written by comic creators, comic artists. We've had a bunch of them at the show. We're going to have a bunch of them there this year. I mean, just, off the top of my head, who's coming? Mark Bagley's coming, Chris Bacallo's coming, Stefan Frank is coming, so talking about the Marvel stuff, the what if stuff. Mike Kunkel's coming. Like I said, it's just, the list goes on, and you can check everything out on ComicConRevolution.com. But the show started as a true love letter to these creators and artists and pencilers and everybody. Because again, without them, like you said, we wouldn't be anywhere. We'd all be walking around in an empty building going, what do we do next? But we build out a great artist alley for the recognizable names of the books you've read, for the up-and-comers, for the people who want to introduce their characters to you for the first time. We have a good cross-section between DC, Marvel, and Independent. So really, whatever your fandom is, we're going to have it. And again, you walk through there. You could spend 2 full days in Artist Alley if you wanted to, but please don't, because there's a lot on the show floor that you'd be missing. Yeah. You'd be missing great panels and stuff like that. We actually just pretty much locked in the programming stuff, which I can't talk about just yet because it hasn't been finalized and announced, but it's a full slate. There is going to be some incredible panels related to comics and stuff like that, and then we've also got, if we're just jumping into it, you talk about TV. We're having a Smallville reunion. So Clark, Lois, Lex, Lana, Jonathan Kent, not too much more you can add to that. So there's going to be a huge Smallville panel there, which is going to be can't miss. Michael and Tom Welling are also doing their Smallville Nights on Saturday night. That's a separate event, but there's information about it on ComicConRevolution.com.
If you're a Smallville fan,
you got to go.
You're going to want to go to this. Yeah. I've been. It's awesome. It's a kind of like it's a smaller, more intimate gathering, but they've been doing this for years, and it's one of the, if you're any kind of Smallville fan, if you like Tom Welling and or Michael Rosenbaum, or chances are you like both.
Right.
They put on a really great show. I think it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Right.
You walk away with stuff, these crazy Polaroids and stuff they give to everybody. I think there's scenes that they act out. There's a lot of audience participation. It really is kind of a show unto itself. It's a separate fee.
Yeah.
Totally worth it, though. If you're
it looks amazing. I've never been to one, and I actually am thrilled because I am going to be there this year, and I'm very excited to see what it's all about.
Yeah, you're a fan. You're a Smallville fan.
I love Smallville. Okay. I'll tell you right, October 6, 2001, the premiere episode, and then about 2 weeks later, premiere episode of 24 came on. Yeah. And this is pre-DVR. We're talking about 2001, so you'd still have to be setting your VCR to tape stuff. So like
SLP.
Yeah, so like that wasn't happening, and I actually didn't catch up to 24 until years later because I chose Smallville over it. So again, it was truly one of my favorites, and I think a lot of people out there feel that they really have a special connection to this show.
Do you remember that time we literally had to choose one show over the other?
Yeah.
and then sometimes like if you're out somewhere, it's like I gotta go.
Yeah, and
I gotta go. I forgot to set my VCR, or there were some instances you couldn't watch 2 shows at once.
No,
it was crazy.
And then also, if you missed an episode, you had to wait for the rerun. Yeah. And it was like kind of like, well, do I go? I skip ahead? Do I wait? And then like you'd be planning and looking months ahead in the TV guide, like, okay, they're gonna do reruns here. Yeah. And hoped it showed up.
Yeah, or you're hitting your friends like, please tell me you taped that episode. Please, I need.
And you'd actually have to call them. You couldn't text them.
No.
You couldn't, Facebook them. You couldn't shoot them a message on Insta. You couldn't slide into their DMs.
Yeah, thank God we live in a much simpler, much more civilized time now.
People,
for sure.
My kids' friends make fun of me now. They're all in their 20s, and they hear these stories and they just shake their heads looking at us like, God, you guys really lived in the Stone Age.
Yeah.
And we did. So that's TV. So if you're into gaming, what do we got for you? We got Halo. We got Master Chief and Cortana are going to be there. We have Nolan North who's going to be there. If you're all about, animation, Phineas and Ferb are going to be there. I mean, how awesome is that? Show's coming back. We're doing a Teen Titans reunion, so Carrie Payton's going to be there. Scott Melville's going to be there. He's actually going to be there Saturday, so just be aware of that. Tara Strong is coming back for that. But the whole team is going to be there. So like I said, there's so many of these things. Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters and everything else is going to be there. Rachel Lee Cook is coming back this year. So again, to use the cliche that there's something for everybody, we really try and create a show that's for everybody, that's family friendly, that, is reasonable. Kids 12 and under are going to be free with a paid adult. You're going to get a full slate of programming, and everything is up on ComicConRevolution.com. If you're not familiar with us, you can take a look. You could follow us on all the socials and for updates for the latest news and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. And I met Rachel Lee Cook. We had tables next to each other. I found out she is all that. She's definitely all that, for sure.
She seems very, very nice, and I'm certainly looking forward to meeting her. She's got a great list of movies and stuff like that, and one of my what do they call it? Guilty pleasures.
Oh yeah,
Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm definitely bringing a poster this year
of that for her
for that year, and she'll be the first one on there.
Oh
and,
yeah, definitely.
I know Tara Reid and Rosario Dawson are out there somewhere. So
Rosario's definitely out there these days.
Yeah,
she's a little busy trying to save the galaxy, but that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother thing for sure. I do want to go back. Voice acting, huge right now, huge.
Yes.
I never, I going to cons back in the day, I never thought the voice actors would be as huge as they are. I totally get it. I love animation. I love video games. I love anything where a voice needs to be lent. But they've got some of the biggest lines. They've touched the pop culture hearts of a lot of fans out there. I guess it's just kind of their voices brought into every home, whatever game you play, whatever anime you watch, whatever cartoons you watch, and then a lot of them do like a million voices. So,
well, that's the interesting part. I mean, someone for example, like a Jim Cummings who's coming. You look at the resume. So yeah, we're talking about he's got crossovers from Disney, and he was also Hondo. Tanaka in Onaka in Rebels and stuff like that.
Darkwing Duck, Winnie the Pooh.
That's what I'm saying. So there's so much of that. And again, every single buddy who's listening to this right now has played Halo.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 100% on that. You don't have a listener who hasn't played.
Yeah.
So you have your Halo and Cortana appearance there. Nolan North. Okay, so obviously we start at the top. We're talking about Uncharted, one of the greatest video game series of all time. Yeah. It spanned 3 consoles, right?
Yes.
2, 3, and the last game, was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And like I said, just such an amazing, amazing character. And someone else, Carrie Payton, he's coming. Again, there's the Teen Titan things where he was Cyborg. He was also a major lead on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So again, the talent level that everybody here has is also off the charts.
The leader of the kingdom.
Yes, Ezekiel, him and his lion. Tiger, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I just lost cred points.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. You were in the Cat family. You're good. And it was CGI anyways. So.
Oh, that wasn't real?
No.
Oh, it looked real.
No, I think they CGI'd that.
Like I said, when building a show, you want to get that good cross all the categories kind of things. But when you can have somebody that fits a lot of slots, it makes it even easier. I mean, even Michael Rosenbaum.
Yeah,
sure.
Multi-talented.
Right. So he was Lex Luthor, obviously, and he was also the Flash in Justice League. Yeah. One of the most popular characters.
Yeah, for sure.
Going back, I have a bunch of stuff because we had the Justice League cast once before. And he was missing from that. We had George, and we had Maria, and we had Susan. Yeah. And I was like, oh, you know what? I might have a thing or two I need to bring to round those items out. Yeah. So, but I'm really looking forward to this year's show. And again, all the details are on ComicConRevolution.com. Anything related to tickets, locations. If you want to stay at a hotel, there's hotel information on there. Everything you'll need is definitely on the website.
Yeah, or follow on social media.
Yes, also
Instagram,
Insta, and just search Comic Con Revolution. You'll find us.
Everything. So you bring your own stuff to get signed because I definitely do.
No, listen.
I'm there with this great gathering of people. Of course, I bring stuff.
Right, and listen. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I do this, for the business. I love this. If you think people get into the convention business to make money, you're wrong. It is a job of passion. The minute this show ends, we are already preparing for next year. And like I said, with this being year 8, we're talking about 2 years in the future now. So the planning and the coordinating and the what reunion and what idea we're working on, it never stops. Yeah. But absolutely, I mean, some of the cool things that I've gotten over the years. At last year's show we had John DiMaggio, and before this, I owned a company called Triforce, and we did collectibles, and one of the games we worked on was Gears of War. Yeah. And I had a statue of Marcus Phoenix, and to get John to sign that, And it's just for me, I
remember you lugged that thing from Jersey, too.
Yeah, I absolutely lugged it from home.
You flew it in from Jersey.
It was in my carry-on. Yeah. I had, years ago, tragically, Kevin Conroy, R.I.P., but we made batarangs of that, and I'd given some to my daughter, and she brought them out there. Yeah. So again, having the opportunity to get your special collectibles signed is a remarkable opportunity, and every one of these guests knows how important it is to make the attendees feel special. Yeah. And I truly mean that. If you've never been to a con, yes, I'm not saying they're going to sit down and you're going to end up exchanging phone numbers, No,
but you'll get a moment.
You're going to have a moment, and it is remarkable the generosity of the talent that comes. I mean, at last year's show we had Ashley Eckstein, and I've never seen somebody engage with attendees like Ashley did. It was absolutely incredible. There's not a person who left that show who could have said that that's not the most special experience that they've ever had at a con.
Yeah, she's amazing, man.
Yeah,
she's amazing.
And with as many things you read and hear, someone like Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum, you hear about the stories about them at cons, and again, they clearly love their fans, and that's such a special thing.
Yeah, and even if I wasn't in getting invited to tons of cons every year, I think I would go just meet Tara Strong like every time. So luckily, I get to see her probably, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
countless shows every year. But she's also one who's amazing with her fans. She gets it.
Absolutely.
And she's done a ton of voices. She's very talented. Devastatingly gorgeous, doesn't hurt either.
Yeah.
But
Tara is the complete. I don't know if Tara can cook, but if she can cook, she is the complete package.
I think she could. I think
she can do anything.
Well, right?
She can do anything. Yeah. She's smarter than I am, also. So there you go.
She's smarter than both of us
combined.
Sure. So so she's definitely somebody I would go and meet every time.
Absolutely.
I think people do. So yeah.
Oh yeah. I listen. We have people who come back every year, and they, and there is an engagement that people are going to remember. Listen, you bring your personality, you leave an impression on somebody, and they're going to be like, oh my God, I do remember last year you had that, whatever that you wanted me to sign. And, and again, that's about creating those moments. And, our con is a good size. It's not enormous. You're going to be able to have those opportunities. Yes, you're going to be waiting at certain moments because we put on a good show. We bring in a lot of people, but you're going to have just such a special time if you attend Comic-Con Revolution.
Yeah, for sure. Your vendors, also amazing. I think one of my favorite ones, I wasn't looking for anything huge, but one of my more memorable vendors, they had the Burger King and McDonald's classes for sale, the vintage ones. And I was like, all right, how many can I bring back without breaking? Because they're fragile. And, and I was like, I've done it. I did it. Some Muppet McDonald's classes may have come back with me.
Those are crazy.
And the Empire Strikes Back Burger King
classes. Wow, you found those?
Oh yeah.
I didn't remember them. I would have beat you to that.
Yeah, I may have bought them out from under you, but I'm
sure
they'll be bringing them back.
All is fair in con and war.
Yeah, for
sure. I mean, listen, you could spend, like I said, 2 days in our artist alley looking at prints and drawings and stuff like that, or you can also walk the show floor. And even if you're not looking for something in particular, you're going to find a million things you never knew you needed. So, and that goes to the glasses. The team, Mike Sigliano and James Ross and I, every year.
The best.
We thank you. We really, we're looking at not just, we're going to bring in anybody. At this point, we really want to keep trying to outdo the previous year's show. And that takes, as I said before, a year's worth of work, but the show floor is going to be packed. There's going to be whether it's T-shirts or stickers or patches or vintage books, Silver Age, video games, collectibles,
Funkos.
Right. Oh well, listen, you can't sneeze in any direction without seeing a million Funkos anymore. So, but again, it's like, what's your holy grail? What are you really looking for? I don't know. Most of these guys, if they don't have it there, they've got it at the shop.
Yeah.
And they're all looking to engage. Everybody truly is there to have a good time. It's a very upbeat, fun weekend. The Ontario Convention Center, it's a nice building. They keep claiming they're going to expand it, which would be great for us because then we can expand the show.
Yeah.
we're like this, hopefully. But like you were saying,
you know what else I like about that convention center? It's well lit. It's very well lit. A lot of natural lighting.
Yeah.
Because I go to a lot of these, they're just like dim concrete boxes. Like
right.
the convention center is pretty awesome, actually.
You also get this crazy view when you step outside. That the sand. What mountain range is it?
Oh yeah, it's like the Azusa or the foothills or whatever they're called.
And you know, cool. It's this beautiful, beautiful range. If we're a little lucky, you'll still see snow on the peaks. And the city of Ontario, it's a great town.
Yeah, always welcoming.
And I think the In-N-Out is finally done.
No,
I think it's fine.
There was one on the end of the street, but
we were waiting. Last year it was under construction.
Rebuilding it.
It was right there. So for now it's been 2 years we haven't had it, or just
2 years.
Yeah. So last year they were almost done. Not that there's not another one, 3 miles away.
Sure.
But this one is right there. But it is done.
I can walk to this one. At like 12:30.
12:30, 2:30, whatever time you need to get there. So again, there's that. We're going to be also adding. To the program, so everyone's got the information. There's a lot of pop-up events that we don't actually plan. Like you were talking, Firewater kind of has become a stopping place. Yeah. We're going to try and get all that information out to attendees in the programming guides and stuff like that, so they know. This year we have an escape room upstairs, which is going to be really cool. It's something new that we're trying. So that we're excited to see that. This year, the cosplay contest, which will be on Saturday night. You'll still be able to be in the cosplay contest and get over to Smallville Nights.
I'll make sure of that.
Yes,
I'm going to make sure that I'll keep it going.
We've got another belt this year, so we have our. Actually, we didn't even touch on the wrestlers.
Are you coming
this year? Well, no, we're not doing it, but this year.
You got wrestlers, yes.
So Booker T is going to be there this year.
Yeah.
Mick Foley's going to be there.
Yeah, we got
Mickey James is going to be there.
All legends,
right?
But all very great and engaging with their fans. I think Mick brings every outfit that he's ever worn through his career, and when you go up to him, he's like, "All right, well, which one do you want?"
Right?
Yeah, you want Cactus Jack? You want the sock pop? What do you want?
Two Hall of Famers. So that's kind of, again, another special. We've got Mickey James, former champion, which would be awesome. So like I said, but I just had forgotten to mention them. So we have our championship belt for the cosplay contest winner. So it's a full-on championship belt.
Listen, I've hosted many cosplay contests. I've been to many cosplay contests. This is the only one where the grand prize, the best in show, gets a wrestling belt. It's brilliant.
And it's no joke. It's not like a 1 pound thing.
No. It's a real belt.
It's like a 15-pound belt. So you if someone comes up behind you, you've got to crack them over the head. You got to crack them over the head.
You're fighting for the strap, my friend.
Yes, it's definitely the strap. Yeah. And then we also have another something special that's going to be going out. We are partnered with iFly. And you're going to win iFly opportunities as well.
True superhero.
Yes, and that was the whole point. We want our heroes to be able to fly. So again, get your cosplay in order, get your stuff together. I'm sure all of you out there have got your costumes, but you're going to want it this year. You always want to show up well. This year you're going to want to win.
Yeah, last year's contest was amazing. I think we had like 50 to 60 entries.
Oh yeah,
they're all very top notch. They really all went out.
Everybody goes on. It's crazy.
If you've got something you've been working on for a while, and come up on stage and show it off for sure. It's don't be shy.
Never.
You could walk away with a belt, and you could fly for real.
Yeah, and how cool would that be? Actually, it's funny you said don't be shy. One thing I love about conventions is that nobody is shy at them because and it's funny. The first time I had brought my parents out to a show, and this is years ago. They were astonished. They couldn't believe, the outfits and the personalities that went along. I said, listen, this is everybody's element. This is what they love. And when you can do what you love and be with, 15, 20,000 other people who love what you love, and you're all doing the same thing, I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah.
And again, to experience it, whether you've been to Revolutions before, whether this is your first one, whether you took a year off. This is definitely the year to come back. And come party with your pals. Come party with the people who you love and who love you back. So
for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, you guys have done you guys have put together a hell of a show over the last 8 years.
Thank you.
So definitely, I see the progression each year to get better and better. I know that's not easy to top yourself every year.
It's a grind, but again, it's done out of love. I mean, Mike and James and I all met at other companies doing shows, and the magic is you get three guys and we're all doing the same work, and we say to ourselves, God, if this was our show, you know what I would have done? Yeah, and if this was our show, you know what I would have done? Yep. And then you say, you know what are we doing? Let's do it. Right.
Let's do it.
And not, yes, the idea is that simple. The execution, it's a lot of work. Again, I'm not trying to say, hey, everyone should go plan a con. But again, if you love it and you learn from it and you want to do it, there's no better reward than seeing people come into your show and enjoy themselves. And we get the texts and emails afterwards. And listen, obviously some people, of course, always have, some kind of a bad experience, and that stinks, and we hate that. But the majority of what we hear back from fans is how appreciative they are and how much they thought the show meant to them and how well it ran and this and that. And it's something that we pride ourselves on. It's really important. In addition to the guests, the panels, and everything else, it's like the line should run smoothly, security should run smoothly, weapons check should run smoothly. And again, we do our best. We really do. We really want our fans to have the best time. Sometimes it doesn't always work out the way we want, but we do try.
I see the line to get in, never super packed.
We got to keep it flowing.
It's very flows very well.
Right.
I love usually you have the pop culture cars outside.
Always. Yeah, they'll be back this year. And actually with Jonathan Kent coming, John Schneider, I said, hey guys, we got to find ourselves a General Lee.
Oh, you have to.
I was like, we can't have one of the original drivers there. But
one of the Duke boys there and not have
not have the General Lee.
Man.
So I said, get on the prowl, man. There's got to be one somewhere in California.
I'm sure there are multiple. There might be some screen used ones. I don't know. Maybe
right.
Is there one? Someone's probably got one. It's I'm
California. Sure, definitely
car culture out there.
Absolutely,
but
yes. They love their cars out there, but they do love their movie cars.
Yeah, for sure. Are the food trucks back this year?
The food trucks will be back.
So you'll be well fed.
Yes, if you don't want internal convention chicken fingers or pizza. Although the food at the Ontario Convention, they have the stuff in the back is more traditional chicken fingers, pizza, but they have that stand out front, which has got like a noodle thing they always do, which I usually hit.
Yeah.
But yes, there's always the great food trucks out there, and you can sit outside, you can enjoy. We're bringing the cats back, so if you want to fall in love with a pet while you're there, you can take home a kitty.
Yeah, you might be in the adopting mood. Yeah.
They're as cute as can be. What else can the show offer? Good question.
Yeah. And I think
we've covered a lot of it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, just real back to the programming. You need great panels at a convention. Not only they give you good insight, give you a chance to interact with some of your favorite creators, actors, or whoever's there. But it's a great reason to stay at the convention. They keep people at the convention.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's also it's part of the experience, And again, it's not just how to draw comics, how to sell comics, how to talk to publishers. Again, there's going to be the fun ones that are about the shows. There's going to be a Halo panel. There's going to be a Teen Titans panel. There's going to be a wrestling panel.
Yeah, reunions.
Right. Listen, you're going to hear stories. You're going to hear insights. You're going to laugh. You're going to applaud, and they're always a good time. And the program stuff will go up probably about the beginning of April to really, so you could plan your weekend. Photo ops are available for sale now. Autographs are available for sale now. We got a ton of that stuff. Advanced tickets. If you buy a ticket in advance, you get it in an hour earlier on both Saturday and Sunday. So instead of 10, you get in at 9. Instead of 11, you get in at 10.
Yeah, well worth it.
Yeah, listen, you get a little bit of the show floor to yourself. Easier to move around, make the moves you want to make. We have our new Jetpack Jules art on T-shirts this year.
Amazing.
Jetpack Jules, for those of you who don't know, is the mascot of Comic-Con Revolution. Yeah. She was a character we invented, and every year we get one of our artists, or in this case, two of our artists, to do their version of the character. We do T-shirts, and we have glasses, and there's a lot of fun things. And the two coming out this year are both different and very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're going to want that for sure.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
That's amazing. So, stay tuned. Programming should be up. I think you guys have, 2, 3 full rooms, maybe more? No, there are more now, right?
No, absolutely. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of programming. I mean, we're talking in excess of 40 panels for the weekend. So, and again, it'll be great. You'll really be able to plan out time for shopping, time for autographs, time for photo ops, time to check out the cars outside, time to eat, time to hit your panels. I don't think it'll be time to go to the bathroom. I can't promise that.
Listen, that's up to you.
I was going to say,
but plenty of bathrooms. I think
there are plenty available, but you're going to have to make your own schedule. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. And I talked to fellow guests, and they got nothing but rave.
That's good to hear.
Rave reviews for Comic-Con Revolution.
Excellent. Thank you. Keep telling them to say that.
Oh yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure, for sure. And then the ones that haven't been, I'm like, you better talk to your agent because they got to get you in here. If not, you might need a new agent. I'm just saying.
Are you looking to switch? Are you transitioning?
I act as my. I already know you, so I don't need.
Well, not for you per se, but again.
No.
If I was famous, I'd let you manage it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, for sure. But if I wasn't there, I was like, oh man, I need better representation for sure. So May 17th and 18th, the Inland Empire, Ontario, California. If you're anywhere near, swing on down the 10. And,
the 10, the 5, the 210, there's another one out there too. I don't know, but they'll all get you there.
The 405, the 710, whatever. Actually, not that far from San Diego. Actually,
no, I mean, and also, and honestly, if this is going to sound crazy, but if you want, you could fly straight into Ontario. I mean, there's an airport.
It's right across the street.
Right. You could deplane and be in the convention center in 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not, you can't get your bag, but if it's, but again, that's how close it is, and it's a totally convenient place if you're coming from somewhere regionally to fly into. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely well worth the trip.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
ComicConRevolution.com at ComicCon Revolution. May 17th and 18th. I can't wait to be back, man.
Me neither.
The
crazy thing, we're only about 70 days, give or take. 75? What is 7? Something like that.
It's going to come up very quick.
Yeah, it's right there, so definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, man.
Thank you, Ming. Appreciate it always.
Putting all the hard work into putting this on. You and your two other cohorts who I love dearly.
Mike and James are the best.
Yeah, they're
the absolute best.
They're really great, and you guys put on one of the best shows out there.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
it. I can say that with complete authority.
Yes, you definitely have the authority.
Pretty much every convention out there, and I'm just glad to see you guys back for year 8.
Year
2025.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, 10. What do you got planned for the 10th? I know you can't reveal, but...
You know what? I mean, if we could do everything we wanted, the show would be about 35 days long.
Sure.
And,
I know we never want to end.
I was going to say, it would just keep going because... But yeah, listen, we'd love to also... You got an idea for year 10? We could use any yet because we are putting together a list that's kind of crazy. So don't hesitate to make suggestions.
Yeah, always open for suggestions to become better, faster, stronger. You have the technology.
Yes, we can build it.
We can build it.
Yes.
Everybody. Comic-Con Revolution, again, May 17th and 18th. The Inland Empire, Ontario, California. We'll see you guys there.
Be there.